Okay guys, let's replay this day. This is very similar to what we do on the candle by candle workshop. That class 3 is tomorrow if you want to join us, and you'll get the recordings for the previous 2. But we're going to walk through this day because this is really important. First of all, it starts out with your AM briefing. Today is a difficult OPEX Friday day. Plus Monday is a holiday. And if you're looking a week ahead, FOMC is in 2 trading days. Friday rules are in place. What are Friday rules? Friday rules are trade at half of your normal daily stop. So if you can say, hey, on any given day, I'll lose $1,000, no problem. Well, today's 500. Or you take a percentage of your weekly profits and you do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. You decide, how much am I willing to give up of my weekly profits? Because the goal is to go into the week in a winner. Nothing sucks more than giving back your week on Friday. Ask me how I know. How did we come up with Friday rules? Pain.
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
That's how. Pain. So you must go into today knowing level 10 difficulty. Trade small, if at all. So let's play the day. First of all, this was a fantastic long that I took here. This was against the single prints and yesterday's halfback, and just had a fantastic reaction. Multiple contracts, multiple 10-pointers. I was set up real nicely. I knew after this trade, I would be trading small for the rest of the day. I did this in 6 accounts. For the rest of the day, I'm trading 1 account at a time. I am deleveraging. Why? It's Friday. It's OPEX Friday. It's the OPEX Friday before a holiday. It's OPEX Friday before a holiday in FOMC. Trade small, if at all. I was really excited to see it come here. I felt this was a fantastic place that price would defend. And if I remember, over here, I'm trying to remember. Bouncing off its halfback as well. I forget exactly, but we had some confluence on the higher time frames. That's not what this is about. So let's get started. Let's go candle by candle here. In the pre-morning, you have this. Now, you also have this 8-point candle. What is the prudent decision? It needs to bounce off 2 newly created levels. So it bounced here, or it could be newly created, it can be anything, but there was one bounce right here. In my opinion, on the 8-point candle, we should wait for 2 bounces. Yep, I'm on a 3-minute chart. Opening candles, 8 points. So what do? You stop, you wait till it bounces twice. Why do we have that rule? Pain. Pain, like Mr. T says, pain. So am I interested in this long right here? No, sir, I'm not. I would love for it to bounce. I would consider that the first bounce. So first bounce has occurred on the 3-minute chart. What have we left behind? We've left behind this front side. What about the break level? Let's come here. Well, this is a break level. This is a tested break level. And let's go back and mark this as the front side. You could do it as the wick or the base. Your choice. Do you have a backside here and a fair value gap? I don't think you actually do. I think that is the level. Let me zoom in here. Let me put on this. It's a backside and a fair value gap. Nope, it's already tested. All right, let's hit candle replay. So first bounce, second bounce. You could say, hey, I'm ready to trade. Wonderful. Let's see what happens. Now, in our group, while we were doing Zoom here, I said, stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. Don't trade. Don't trade. Let's see what happens here. This is OPEX Friday, blah, blah, blah. Let's watch what happens. Another 8-point candle. I advise the group at this point, 1, 2, 3. This is a perfect time to stop trading, especially if you took this trade, which a lot of people did, and you're up. You're done. Walk away from the chart. Say no to the chart. This is telling us to stop. You might want to say, well, I want to wait till there's 3 8-point candles in RTH. Okay, so what reset here? I need 2 more bounces. I need 2 more bounces. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's your third 8-point candle. You are done trading for the day. Congratulations. Capital Preservation Day. You're done. You're dismissed. Class over. But let's continue trading. Shall we? What happens here? What gets reset? 2 bounces. You can choose to ignore that if you want, but I came up with that rule for a reason, because it will save your bottom more times than not. Now, what happened here also? RTH low. That's yesterday's low. What are we looking for here? I'm looking for a break-in long. Why? Because dominant trend is north. We were so close to the all-time high today. We were looking for longs. I wasn't looking for shorts at all. 0. None. If you were on Zoom, you can verify that. So we're looking now for a break-in trade. We are looking for a break-in trade. So what did we leave behind? Let's look at this now. I'm going to get rid of the single prints. Don't need it. This is yesterday's RTH low. Okay, you got this backside here. This is the backside range. That's your backside range. What's your backup level? This could be your backup level. Do you have a break level backup? You do not have a backup level. Now, we are vomiting down, vomiting down, vomiting down. If you wanted to take this, you certainly could. But where's your backup level? So let's do a little math here. If you're going to take this trade, you got 3 points to here. This is kind of something on a backup level. 3 point, 3.5. If you go 2 points above that to 5.5, are you willing to take 5.5 stop loss without a real backup level? Well, that's up to you. Or do you adjust your leverage? Do you adjust your leverage? What if price down here dances around and then starts laddering up? Do you still want to take this short? Or do you want to take a short in a rapid move up there? That's how I would take this short. If price rapidly moved up, I would be interested in taking this short. I did not take this short, however. I did not take this short in the group. Why? I'm looking for longs. Why? We just did a liquidity grab on a daily low. I'm looking for it to go up now. Dominant trend is up. Let's drop down to a 1 minute here. Now, if you were interested in the first touch long, that was it right there. That would have been perfect entry for a long. At least to go to the backside. Right there would have been a perfect entry long. I would have considered this the first ladder. I like the second and third ladders. Plus, I know what? We actually do have a backside here. We got to contend with that. You'd still be in your long. You'd still be in your long. That would be the optimal exit right there. Why? Because price is about to bounce back in your face. Maybe a little bit higher. But price is about to get bounced back in your face. Most likely. But once again, I'm looking for the break-in long. That was the first ladder. You could have taken it. There's the backside. And there's the backside bounce. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, this is gone. And if you took that short, awesome. I know one of the traders in our Zoom took it. But now we got to get rid of that because that's the break level. That's the backside range. Let's go back to a 3-minute chart. Because I want to see what we've left behind. What have we left behind here? I got this front side here. So most likely what's going to happen, because our levels do really, really well. What is most likely going to happen? It's going to bounce off here, come down to this front side and bounce. If you were on my Zoom this morning, tell me we did not say that. Put it in the comments below for me. Did we say that? Yeah, we did. Oh, let's see. Candle. Went against you a little bit. And then boom, came back and it should bounce right here. If you were interested in a 3-minute first ladder, That's your first ladder. You already had your 1 minute. You would have taken your profit right there. I would not have went short there. So what, it bounced. I love that it bounced. I want every level to bounce, even if I don't take the trade. But right here would have been your 3 minute long from the break-in trade of the liquidity grab. All right, let's keep playing here. So I can delete that. None of this is anything. None of this is anything. There's nothing there for me. There's no levels there for me. Okay, almost a double tap. If you manage that where your stop at break even, you're still in this trade. What are we leaving behind at this point? I've got this fair value gap here. I got a little something here. Wick base. All right, I want to know, do I get 2 candle clearance? Or do I just want to take a cotton entry long right here off this 30? I know I took that trade. I'm over here looking. I took it at, let me look at the times here. It's after the opening. I must have took it in a different account. Nope, I took it at 32 is where I took the long. So I took a long somewhere in here. It doesn't matter. Let's just watch the candles. Okay, now what is it doing? What is price doing? Leaving a fair value gap, leaving a fair value gap, and obviously has this trend up from the liquidity grab. Should you be looking for a short? Heck no. This thing just did a liquidity grab off a daily time frame. Consider this high time frame. Where's 15 to 25 points? I'm just curious. Okay, there's 25 points. This is kind of getting out of the range now where that level could bounce. However, this is a daily. It's not a 30-minute, so it's probably a little bigger than that. But there's no way I'm looking for a long here. Laddering up, string of fair value gaps. It bounced off the backside. It bounced off the front side. And when it bounced off this backside, how big of a bounce was it? Pretty decent. But did we make new lows? Nope. All right. So right there would be an entry for me. That's probably where I entered at 32. Right there would be an entry for me. I would consider this the second ladder. All right. We're talking about following our trade, staying in our trade. Now, if you took this short, why? Why are you taking that short? Do you have a backup level? Nope, because this backup level is what? This back level is already tested. You don't have a backup level. So you could delete that level off your chart and go, I'm not taking it. Why? I don't have a backup level. If you're long, where's an optimal exit? Right here at this daily high. Or just before it. Or you could do it at that break level if you wanted. Or you just keep following it and keep a lottery trade back. See my video from around noon about the points I made this morning and staying in a trade. All right, what did we leave behind? Well, we're leaving behind this structure now. We're leaving behind this structure here. Candle replay. All right, there would have been an optimal exit in my humble opinion. We are now in a very parabolic type of move. Would you agree? Should you be shorting on top of a parabolic move? No, sir. No, sir, you don't. And now what I want to turn on, I want to turn on my essentials. We're at my stop trading. So you'd have been in your long, and you're just following your long now here, okay? You're following your long. Right here, you're at 10 points. I would put my stop at 10 points, and if it got me out, great. If it continued, great. But now we are in the stop trading zone. So you had stopped trading earlier by 3-point candles. But if you're watching price action with us live, you would have been looking for longs. You would have been in a long. We call 2 different entries. Both entries worked really, really well. So this is New York lunch. It's a no trade zone. It's still honoring that trend line. Still honoring it. My stop would now be here, right underneath here, if I didn't take my 10 points, which actually is at 10 points. So really nice. What have we left behind? Well, you've got this break level here now. This meets all of our definitions. Do you have a backup level to take this long? No, but you certainly could. You could, because it's a break level. You just have a paper cut stop loss underneath it. That's all. Just have a little paper cut stop loss here. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that's within 3 ticks. You're either in the trade, or now you have to mark this as tested, and you want to be flat. Nothing in a fair value gap here. On this kind of day, you want to be super picky. If you were interested in a muddy front side, this would be your front side. But do you have a backup level? Nope. Because the break is here. So there's no short there. You have no backup level. You got a muddy front side with a tested break. No thank you. And you're in New York lunch. No thank you. It obviously worked, but I'm still not taking it. It's already tested. If anything, you're still in your long from down here. If you got into your long here, you really are following price and you're very excited. You've done very well. You had perfect entry. Nice job. Okay. First time we're taking out a break level here. We're in New York lunch. How excited am I to take this trade right here? We've got to talk about that. How excited are you to take this trade right here? We just based up here all this time. We're now taking out a break level. How excited am I to take this? Now, it is against VWAP. And I promise you that's where POC was. Am I interested in taking that? Nope. Why? Number one, it's New York lunch. Number two, are we now in a aggressive laddering up sequence? No, we've went up. We've consolidated. We appear to be reversing. What does ES like to do? It likes to take out a high and takes out a low. This is in the middle of the range, right? This is in the middle of the range. Here, let's just draw this box. Come on, box. We'll draw this box. Here's the middle of the range. Well, the middle of the range is a little bit lower, but it's in the middle of the range. All right. Am I interested in taking this trade? No way. Where's my backup level? Let's measure. Where's my first backup level? 6.5 points away. Now, there's lots of backup levels down here. Would I be interested in a long down here? Very, very possibly. Why? I got lots of backup levels. So my long would be more closer to this 30 level. Not here. Let's see what it's going to do. Okay, so you were given the gift of break even. It went through your level and you're going, crap. It comes back up, just get out. What should price do? Touch and go. Just get out. I'd still be interested in a long here, and you get to decide where would you want your long here. You get to pick that. So all of those levels are basically within 7 points of each other. Yeah, that's a total take. You take it here at this 31 level, and you have all kind of backups, and if it rips through and comes back, you take the gift of break even. Who cares? Okay, didn't get there. Didn't get there. And this is where sometimes traders will get themselves into trouble. Like, see, if I'd have just held on, it made money. So what? Get out at break even and wait for the next high probability trade. You don't hope anymore. Did it touch and bounce? No, it did not. Take the gift of break even. Okay, so this became a backside. Sorry, I got to keep up. This became a backside. This became a backside. This is a backside. And actually, I took this trade. I went short at 44. Now, I shorted the backup level because I actually went short 44. But if you took this trade here, you got the wick right here. It went straight against you. You have a backup level. What is my plan here? It went straight through this backside. Honestly, I would have hoped it would have bounced here, and I went, oh, well, I missed it. I was being greedy. But it came to my level, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't mind trading the backup level because it's a paper cut stop loss. It's a paper cut stop loss. Right there, you were given the gift of break even again. You were given the gift of break even again. And here is where I took my gift of break even. I was expecting a move. It came back. I'm out. I'm out. Now, you're like, George, that was New York lunch. Yeah, I tend to come back about this 12:30, 30 minutes before the silver bullet hour. So it still is in the red zone. And the beautiful thing about the red zone is I know I should be trading small. So I was up 87 points. How many contracts do you think I traded here? One. With a paper cut stop loss. And I traded the backup level. Does that make sense? So, you were given the gift of break even. Did it bounce off the backside? No. All it had was a reaction. Am I interested in shorting again? No. I have no levels. I have no levels. I have no backup levels. There's no backup levels. You can say, well, this is a front side here. Well, here's the back side of that. Here's the front side here. And I'd go, yeah. Did the back side bounce? No. Do I want to take the front side? No. Where's my backup level? Even if that's a front side, where's my backup level? You do not have one. There is no trade here. All right, let's see what happens. All right, what got left behind? All right, you got a wick and you got a body. You don't really have a front side, back side. It's a weird little setup here, and you got VWAP. How well has VWAP been respected today? Not very much. Not very much. I'd remove VWAP. It gives me zero confidence. When VWAP is bouncing and being respected and it lines up with one of our levels, I'm cool with that. Okay, I had on the essentials because it's my stop time. I'm going to turn it back on for a second because it shows me my no trade zone. That red box is my no trade zone. All right, candle, candle, candle. We're almost at my start time, 1 o'clock here. All right, now we are at my beginning time. So I come in here and I'll look at this and I'll go, okay, what just happened? We took out this RTH high. What do I expect to happen? It to come back to POC. Is this a cool liquidity grab short back to POC? That's what I'm looking for at this very moment. Because I'm not in any trade. That's what I'd be looking for. All right, it's laddering up. It's laddering up. It's laddering up. You're not getting the comeback here. So what I'm looking for now is a long. I'm looking for a long off this and a long off here. And I actually took this long at 51, I believe, is where I took it. Or was it 52? I think it was 51. Right there was my entry at 51. So I went long there, targeting the all-time high. Okay, so we pulled back halfway through the range. Fair value gapping out of here. Come on. Give me this. Fair value gapping out of here. Good place to be long. It got me out at break even. I didn't make anything on it, but I tried. I tried. Okay. All right, now it's coming back into the range. Now I'm like, okay, maybe this was a liquidity grab short. Can I possibly find a way to get short to come back to POC? Why? It's OPEX Friday, and a lot of times it just finishes around POC. So that's what I would be looking for. Now, these levels are here. They are here. Do you want to take them? Well, and you actually have a break level right here as well. So think about what happened. Let's think about the reverse here. It did a liquidity grab, come back in. Not as nice as a liquidity grab, but it definitely took the high, come back in. Do I want to take the counter to that trade? As far as a long coming back into the middle of the range. Is that the trade that you want to do? Is that in your trade plan? Does that excite you? For it to make a new high, it fails to ladder up off the backside, and it comes back in. Am I interested in that? No, probably not. If I did, it would be small. So tiny. Here, And if it went through and came back, I'm out at the gift of break even. If I wanted to. Or you could say, you know what, I'm going to be greedier and let this thing come down here. And then maybe I'm interested in along in the lower part of the distribution of the range. Let me throw up this. Where's the lower part of the distribution? Right down here in this green zone. So I'd be more interested in this long, perhaps. All right, so this level did not develop really, well, kind of, but it just didn't bounce. It didn't keep going, did it? No, it did not. Okay. I'm going to turn off the essentials now. All right, turning around. Oh, those were backsides right there. And I took the wick, okay? So I took this comeback wick. It's now tested. So this backside here, this backside here, it's already tested. That's some kind of middle backside with this little front. And I'll tell you, when I took this 51, I knew I had that level and this level. So this was my backup level to this long. Come on, right here. This was the backup level. So this was my entry. This would have been my backup level, okay? So if this level's here, where's your backup level? You don't have one. It's not an entry. If you don't have a backup level, don't count it as an entry because it's not an entry. Why? There's no backup level. Okay. Okay, boom. 8-point candle. Now, I do want you to note, vomited through here. And the reason why I have this drawn here is because right here, you got an 8-point candle. It went red immediately. Now, this is OPEX Friday. This is a freaking 18-point candle. Okay? Sometimes it happens. If you took this long here, I'm okay with it because you had a backup level. Just recognize you went long in the middle of the range. After it did a liquidity grab and come back in. Very interesting. So you could have taken this and just suffered a loss. It happens. It happens. Welcome to trading. Now this is the fourth 8-point candle. You should have quit way over here. So if you took that as a trade and you took a loss, I get it. But the 8-point alert went off right here. Don't know if you'd have had enough time to adjust, but I wouldn't have had an order setting there anyway. I would want to go for a greedier entry here. So if I was to go long, I would have taken this and suffered this. And then when it got back to here, what am I going to do? I'm going to take the gift of break even. And right there gave me the gift of break even when it did that. Oh, well, I'm out. What did it do? It deleted this line, deleted this line, deleted this line. Whoops. Deleted this line, deleted this line. This was on a 1-minute level, removed. Now there's nothing to stop this thing from going and taking out that low. Does that mean, you know what I mean? So here, you are now 10 minutes before power hour, the final 30 minutes. You had this big candle on Friday, OPEX Friday, before holiday on Monday, before FOMC and 2 trading days. Do you want to continue trading? Do you want to continue trading? You can. I hope you're up really nicely and you're betting very small. Let's say you were only up 5 points on the day. You're done. Be content. Move on. Should you be trading funded accounts here? No. If you don't have any evals, you're done. Okay, let's press play. No level development, but what's happening? It left this behind. It's not going up there and getting it. I'm targeting here now. I'm looking for a reason for this thing to come in and I can get short, which I did, by the way. So that's why I know, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a short here. If we got a push down and it came back to a level. That was my requirement. Okay, we're getting a little push. Another push. Awesome. Now I'm starting to look at my backside level. I love that it left this. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's a little bit of a fair value gap here. Love it. Oh, love it. And I went short right here. 23. I had 2 candle clears. It came back up. I front ran it. Why? I had 2 backup levels. Then my out was going to be there. I'm up 87 points. Can I suffer? I forget, was it 5 points? Yeah. Can I suffer 5 points? Yeah, I can do that on this. Why? Because I was targeting this low here. I was hoping it made it. I made 5 points on it is what I made on it. That was my final trade. Here, let me screenshot this. So there was my trade. I went short 23 at 2:51, 9 minutes before. Not a great time to be trading. 8-point candle, but luckily it goes in your direction, right? Then that's it for the day. I mean, it's it. It's done. And then it takes the liquidity at the very, very end. So that's a replay of this day. I hope that was helpful. If you'd like to do this tomorrow morning with me, let me know, and I'll give you the link to sign up for the price action workshop. You'll get the last 2 price action workshops we did, and we have 2 more to do live on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. Stay green, my friends, and to learn more about our group, go to microstrader.com.